Hello guys, back again with the Zim the Movie channel. In this video, I am here to explain the storyline of Wang Lin's journey and his new journey this time, namely Renegade Immortal Episode 59. If you have never watched this series, please watch the storyline on WeTV. The link is in the description. In Episode 59 this time, it tells the story of Wang Lin, who will see a big battle between the alliance of 4 factions against the Snow region, which turns out to be very strong. And we will also see a very strong enemy that will be very difficult for Wang Lin to deal with. Okay, so what is the full story? Let's just go straight into the story. Wang Lin was seen hiding underground and reading the contents of Zhu Wutai's token, which said that the teams Zhou Wutai had sent to various countries to seek help were gradually returning. However, this war is getting worse by the day, more and more than they ever imagined. They had also asked the 8 surrounding 4th-level cultivation countries for help, but they all refused. Even the countries that receive envoys avoided sending troops to join the war. And there was only one country that was willing to help, and it was a country that had had good relations with the 4-faction alliance for generations. Out of compassion, this country vaguely said that the rulers of the various countries had issued a strict ban on participating in the war with the 4 factions alliance from the very beginning. Here, Wang Lin couldn't believe that the Snow region, which was a 4th-level cultivation country, could have such influence. Zhu Wutai also told Wang Lin through the token that the real reason for this war was a woman from the Snow Nation. This woman had reached the peak of soul formation in only 100 years without taking any pills. In fact, it was said that this woman was a 5-element spirit body that no one had ever seen. And from the time she was born, this woman had the ability to control the 5 elemental spirits for her own use. And this woman is also the most talented person on the planet Vermilion for the past 10,000 years. And this talent attracted the attention of the Vermilion Kingdom, and they personally invited this woman directly to the Vermilion land. Then this woman made a condition to the Vermilion Kingdom, that is, she would make the land of the Snow region a 5th-level cultivation land, and then she would leave the Polar land and change the address of the land. And the place she chose was within the territory of the 4-faction alliance. After that, the cultivators from the Snowy Lands would soon appear in the alliance territory of the 4 factions to fight for the Rain Tripod. Here, Wang Lin was certain that in this battle, there would definitely be many masters in the soul formation realm. And since he realized that his cultivation was not enough, the only way Wang Lin would be able to put the final ban on the ban flag he carried was if he was cornered, and that was the only way Wang Lin would be able to survive. Here, years pass, and Zhu Wutai has asked the sect's disciples not to allow the magic treasure to interfere within 80 feet of the Celestial Spire. Under the command of the sect leader, they had to take the bell from the Shumo sect because the treasure could be used as a defense formation. Then they immediately set up the defense formation. After that, someone told Zhu Wutai that the dragon's soul was already in place and could be awakened at any time. Then Wang Lin realized that the enemy had arrived. Zhou Wutai also watched the people from the Snowy Land coming out of the teleportation formation. It seemed that they all immediately used a protective formation when they saw that the Snow Woman in question had begun to unleash her power. Then Zhou Wutai showed the Rain Tripod that the people of this Snowy Land wanted, and Zhu Wutai requested that the 2 sides simply call a truce so that the mortal humans would have some hope of survival. However, this woman was still determined to take over that country's territory, and she would take the Rain Tripod with her. Even the mortals who used to live in this land would become the people of the Snow Land. This woman immediately ordered all of her men to attack, as this place would be the new location of the Snow region land. Here, Zhu Wutai, with the help of all his sect disciples, immediately set up a defensive formation when he saw all the people from the Snow region start to attack. But that wasn't all, as the Snow Kingdom sent in more soldiers and even ice monsters were seen attacking the alliance of the 4 factions. Seeing this, Wang Lin understood the reason why the heavy snow had been here for 10 years. It was so that the cultivators in the Snow region could use the ice and snow on the ground to unleash their magic power. Here, Zhu Wutai ordered everyone to fight desperately if they didn't want their homes to be destroyed. This is where Mo Shan, the leader of the Shumo sect in the middle stage of soul formation, and Wu Huichu of the Black Soul sect in the late stage of soul formation, stepped in to face this snow country. But everyone was shocked when the woman began to emit 5-element spirits and immediately attacked. It seemed that even the Bell formation could not withstand the attack of the woman's lightning elemental spirit. Here Qing Fu, who was an elder of the Green Wood Cliff sect at the intermediate stage of soul formation, was about to face them after hearing that the 5 spirits had the power of soul formation, and it seemed that this person was directly facing the wood elemental dragon. Meanwhile, Wu Huichu faced an earth elemental dragon. Meanwhile, the fire element Phoenix continued to try to destroy the protective formation that Zhu Wutai had set up. Seeing that the formation was starting to crack, Zhu Wutai quickly reinforced it. Even from the ground, Wang Lin could tell that both sides still maintained their true strength. Seeing that many people were dead, this woman also took out her other treasures. And everyone was shocked because it was a tower of ice and snow in the presence of the soul formation masters of the Snowland. Wang Lin was surprised that there were now 36 soul formation masters, 4 of whom had already reached the final stage of soul formation. This woman was seen using the tower to destroy the protective formations set up by the alliance of the 4 factions. The masters of the 4-faction alliance were injured because they had to withstand the immense power of the ice and snow tower. Here we can see that the formation guarded by Zhu Wutai has been broken by the ice tower. But suddenly, Zhu Yun, the protective elder of the Black Soul sect in the late stage of soul formation, appeared and approached the woman, who turned out to be a red butterfly from the land of snow. The woman recognized Zhu Yun, who was one of the 9 late-stage soul formation masters of the 4-faction alliance. Zhu Yun also remembered the words of the elders of the 4-faction alliance that Juji's killing power was so great that cultivators below the divine transformation realm would definitely be killed by it. Zhu Wutai, who was there at the time, said that this great power would cut off the lifespan of those elders. One of the elders said, if there is no country, no sect, and no life, why have a long life? And this person told them that the key to this battle was the red butterfly woman. If she died, the Snowland would lose the support of the ruler of the Vermilion Land. At that time, the alliance of the 4 new factions had the ability to repel the opposing forces. Here, Chen Chong said that the Snow region must have anticipated the possibility that the 4-faction alliance would secretly kill the Red Butterfly Lady. And if there were a dozen soul formation masters lurking next to the Red Butterfly, how would they handle it? This was also where Zhu Yun came up with the idea of urging the soul formation cultivators of the Snow region to enter the battlefield. Therefore, this Zhu Yun directly ordered the cultivators to act now. She was shocked that the elders in the 4-faction alliance were burning their own age essence. And here, too, this red butterfly woman was trying to stop that. Here this woman was surprised because it turned out that this attack had been divided. And here, Zhu Yun immediately took out the Juji killing formation from earlier that was released with combined force. And quickly, this Zhu Yun directly fired the attack towards the red butterfly woman. It can be seen here that this woman is still trying to stop the killer arrow attack. She even used a protective heirloom to block the arrows that kept shooting out. But even this powerful formation managed to break through the defenses and hit this woman directly. When Wang Lin saw this, he thought that it shouldn't be so easy to kill this red butterfly woman. Then, when Zhou Wutai saw that the red butterfly woman was dead, he would not give away an inch of land from the land of the four-faction alliance, and the four-faction alliance immediately attacked the same snow region warriors and the 5 elemental spirit beasts. This was the scene of a great battle for the territory, and here Zhou Wutai immediately sent out his formation to summon the protective Sky Dragon. Seeing this, Wang Lin realized why Zhou Wutai, with only nascent soul cultivation, couldn't have such a high status in the four-faction alliance, because it turns out that this Zhou Wutai has the bloodline of the country's guardian celestial dragon. Zhou Wutai also believed that the 5 elements spirit had weakened because the physical body of the red butterfly girl had died. Therefore, Zhou Wutai asked everyone in the four-faction alliance to do their best to prevent the people of the snowy land from returning to their place. Here, the elders of the four-faction alliance directly attacked the 5 element spirits. Meanwhile, Zhou Wutai continued to attack the snow monsters that had appeared earlier. Here, Wang Lin saw that there was still an earth element dragon that Wu Huichu was facing. Then Wang Lin realized that the 5 elements of the Tianyi Pearl were incomplete, and Wang Lin thought about absorbing this earth elemental soul formation spirit into the Tianyi Pearl alone. Here too, this Wu Huichu continued to confront this earth elemental dragon. Meanwhile, Wang Lin continued to try to get out of the underground. Then Wang Lin stepped out of the ground and directly unleashed his lightning power, then set up an invisible band formation to trap this land dragon. Seeing that the dragon was hit by his formation trap, Wang Lin tried to increase his power to suppress the dragon. However, this dragon managed to escape from Wang Lin's formation, which made Wang Lin admit that even though the earth elemental spirit was severely injured, its strength could not be underestimated. This is where Wu Huichu comes in and immediately suppresses the earth dragon and then tries to take it. However, Wang Lin did not remain silent and directly used the power of Tianyi Pearl blood to capture this land dragon. Seeing this, Wu Huichu was furious. But here, Wang Lin admitted that he was a disciple of the White Cloud sect, and Wang Lin took the earth elemental spirit on King Song's orders. Wu Huichu also felt King Song's aura coming out of Wang Lin's carved statue. Then Wang Lin entered the ground again, thinking that if the Soul Formation Realm Cultivator had acted, Wang Lin would have died on the spot. And here, Wang Lin also felt that the Prohibition flag was almost destroyed because it had snatched the land dragon from Wu Huichu. After that, Wang Lin felt that a cold aura had suddenly appeared. Wang Lin quickly checked for a cold aura and saw that many mortals were frozen due to the cold aura. After that, Wang Lin immediately followed the direction of the source of the cold aura, and he saw that there were indeed many mortal humans who had frozen to death because of the cold aura. Not long after, Wang Lin saw an ice statue that was almost impossible to detect even with divine consciousness. Even the soul formation cultivators of the Four Factions Alliance seemed to be unaware of this statue, and Wang Lin realized that this must be a part of the formation after he sensed that it contained the terrifying power of ice snow. Wang Lin also tried to detect the existence of this thing, and Wang Lin saw that this ice snow formation had already covered the entire battle arena. As a result, Wang Lin realized that this battle was far from over. Wang Lin immediately informed Zhou Wutai through his token. Sure enough, all of the ice statues, which turned out to be a large number, immediately emerged from the ground. Here, it could be seen that this ice carving directly attacked the four-faction alliance, causing people to immediately freeze, and Zhu Wutei was also immediately panicked by the incident. After that, everyone was shocked when the portal in the sky suddenly opened and a female voice was heard saying that the Vermilion Land had promised to fulfill a one-time request for this woman. So the previous figure of the red butterfly woman who had died from the deadly arrow attack was only a clone, and the figure now seen was the original figure of the red butterfly woman who had already reached the perfect stage of soul formation, and she was about to kill Zhu Wutei's Sky Dragon.
请杀了这条苍龙。那么现在，为我出手一次。
And that's it, guys, an explanation of the storyline of Renegade Immortal Episode 59. What do you think of Wang Lin's new stronger enemy? More terrifying, isn't it? And will Wang Lin be able to defeat the red butterfly woman who is already at the perfect stage of soul formation? We'll find out in Renegade Immortal Episode 60. Last word from me. Bye.
老身收红蝶为红蝶此生，途后却发现有一死结。
鹰变强者，
使者大人，
大局已定，
请杀了这条苍龙。
得到预定的最后机会。
自派余孽，收。